We've got packages. Yes, we do. We have some nice packages that arrived. We're down here in Yuma at some friend's house. Some pretty substantial packages. They're nice. One or two you might be disappointed in one of them. Sunny, beautiful weather, but it's a little bit windy today. Let's get over here. There's something very rare there. The coachman actually under a carport. That's something that's may never see again. We are not getting good solar underneath here, that's for sure. But we are plugged in. We have some packages over here. One is from one package is from Rock Auto, and the other one is from Summit Racing. And this is an unrelated item. I don't know that this might be for another video. It's an interesting item in here. All right, I know this is not the best lighting conditions, but it is horribly windy out there. These other boxes over here, it is a review video about batteries again, but we're not going to do it today. I do want to mention it though because it's time sensitive. It is Black Friday sale, so I just want to give you a heads up on that. We might talk about them and do an install and a review video, you know, later down the road or whatever. But because this is time sensitive, just a minute. And yeah, look how windy it is. And there it is, 4 boxes. I got 4 new lithium batteries from Power Queen. In a recent video here, when I was doing the other some lithium batteries over on the other side, I said I can't wait. It won't be soon enough. I can't wait to upgrade the batteries on this side. So, and that's happening here pretty quickly, isn't it, Bella? Now, I have just set them inside here for now. I wanted to get them unboxed and get them ready to charge. I need to charge these all up individually to 100% before joining them together. I'm going to hook them in parallel, and I'm not sure where they're going to go just yet. That's it. They might end up here, right here on, that's about the same footprint of where the washing machine sat here, and I've put it back over here underneath the dinette where the where it originally was, and then I moved the washing machine over here. Well, I'm kind of toying with the idea of building a box around that with an access cover, put a shelf on it, and a double shelf. It might end up being a bench, kind of like this, you know, the benches where the other batteries are at. So I might build like a mini bench with an opening cover or something. The back will be open for wires and some air circulation, but let me see. My first choice was I was going to clean out from underneath the underneath the sink here. There's a shelf for some stuff on it, but there's a whole bottom compartment. I think there's room. All 4 could go under there and still be pretty easy access to where all my connections are at underneath the steps here. So I'm undecided their exact location just yet. I have the cables ordered. They will be here Saturday to join them all up, but I need to go ahead and start getting these charged up here pretty soon. Now, I just have the basic model. These are just the basic 100 amp hour batteries. They have the the black side. Here's the Black Friday sale. Some of their batteries and products are up to 30% off. These basic batteries, which I'm perfectly happy to have the basics, they don't need, they're going to be inside. These are down, I believe, just under $300. I've never seen 100 amp hour batteries under the $300 mark. I think with their percentage off for Black Friday, they've broke that mark. Yeah, it's $299 for $299 for lithium batteries. They do have the, and I'm sure it's a little bit more, they do have the 100 amp hour premium. They also have the 100 amp hour with the self-heating models, if you choose to or need to have them in an outside area for different climates. But for what I do and the way I travel and where I wanted to put them anyway, the basic model is fine with me. These will work wonderfully. And this too is pretty handy location because my inverter's right there. And the connection that goes down to the 12 volt for the rest of the system is right under here. So this is a very handy location. But I wanted to, we'll get to those other boxes here in a second. But I wanted to make mention of the Black Friday thing. It is from today, the 24th. Yes, I am recording, editing, and uploading this all on the same day. And it's only, the sale's only good through the 20th. So you only got 4 or 5 days, to grab one or several of these up at that price. So, and of course the video, and of course the link, follow the link that's down in the video description down below. Follow that link, go, shop around, see anything there you might want if you've been kind of throwing the idea around about making a switch to lithium. It's a pretty good time. We'll get into, there's a question came up too, always comes up about, is it simple enough? Can I just take my lead acid batteries out and put lithiums in? And the answer is like yes and no. The quick answer is I'm going to disable the charging system from the engine charging portion of it, so that batteries charge while you're driving. I'm going to disable that for now. You can put in a DC to DC charger if you really need that function, but I don't need that function. Straight from the alternator was designed for lead acid, not lithium, so it wouldn't charge them properly. I'm just going to disable it. I don't need it. You know what, if I needed it, it'd be like when we're out boondocking for 2 weeks at a time. If I truly needed it, that means I'd probably have to start my engine up, every day. and I don't. I go out, I don't need that power. I get solar or being plugged in. I'm gonna do something different with that system too. Anyway, we'll get to that in a later video. So you can't just put them in and hook your charger up and expect it to work like it's designed to work. So there's a little bit of research. We'll get to that in a later video. I gotta get to these other boxes. I really did not anticipate doing this inside. I did not look at the forecast close enough. Where is it? I didn't see the winds coming. I only looked at like the temperatures. It was supposed to be sunny and warm, and I ignored I didn't look closely and see if the wind. Anyway, somebody's gonna be disappointed. You know what I bought here? Somebody's gonna be disappointed in me. All right, any guesses? Any guesses? Come on, let's get some more knife here. I went ahead and picked these up because I'd rather have it and not need it. I'm gonna need it, just I hope I don't need it right away. But I want to have it because they go in and out of stock. And you know what that is? That is a brand new exhaust manifold. And this would be for the half of the driver's side. Right? Brand new. Brand new. And they come with these plugs. They're threaded and plugged. There's a tubes for the pollution system that can be used if you could, which are no longer available. You could, if you could find them, you could take these plugs out and put it in, or salvage yours. But that's the driver's side, and it's got some assembly oil or oil to keep it from rusting, which will burn off, and they'll get a little bit of surface rust anyway. Here's the thing. And come with a brand new donut gasket, which in shipping looks like it got a little bit damaged, but that's okay. I'm going to email them about that. The new nuts and the hardware for the studs here. I will buy all new bolts to bolt it to the cylinder heads. This gasket, if you ever go through this job, because it's pretty involved replacing these things. And if you didn't catch it in an earlier video, this the Coachman came with a different style. They came with stainless ones that had a weird section in them to allow for, it's like an accordion that allowed for expansion and contraction during heat and cool cycles. And they're a welded assembly, and the weld broke on one of them, and it leaks in a little bit, and that'll only get worse in time. So I hope it hangs in there for a while right now. But these gaskets, if you go through this job, don't ever use these gaskets. Don't ever use these. We'll have a closer look at these at a later time. It's too much work to take a chance with this. It's the wrong type. And the trouble is, if you even go to the auto parts store and just get gaskets, that's the type they give you. Do a little bit of research, and from Summit Racing, get embossed copper gaskets. Okay, it should not have a fiber one in there. Fiber acts as an insulator, and you don't want it. You don't want an insulator. You want good heat transfer. When these are bolted to the engine, when it's metal, they go in between. The gasket goes in between this. It goes in between that and to the engine. So it's metal to metal to metal. It makes good heat transfer. The heat can be absorbed into the cylinder head, which is water cooled, and it carries the heat away. It helps cool the exhaust manifolds. If you put an isolator in there, it's kind of out here all by itself. It's like putting insulation in between there, and these things get way hotter than they need to be. They're already prone to warping and cracking because of heat problems. You don't want to isolate them. You want that heat transfer. It becomes one with the engine. When it's metal to metal metal, it becomes one with the cylinder head and the engine, and the heat absorbs in it. The water cooled helps carry the heat away, and these run cooler. So get embossed copper gaskets from Summit Racing, and you will have a much better, longer lasting repair. I still want to look at that other one. Let me put this back in here. Alright. The trouble is, now I gotta haul these things around. Like the Coachmen don't have all the all the storage space in the world, you know. But I will find a place. Let's get this other one out of here. My receipt. They weren't too crazy expensive. They were. Yeah, so I've seen them knowing that this would be an upcoming job at some point or another. I've seen them at auto parts stores listed, and one time they're in stock and another time they're not, or one is and one side is and the other ain't, or vice versa, and then they're back in stock again. And you know, I've seen Rock Auto had them a little better priced. They had them both in stock, and I'm just going to go ahead and get them and have them. And if that one side gets worse, and I have to do it anytime soon, at least I have them. They package this a little bit differently. Same thing, and these type of gaskets that have the fiber too, they're prone to, not only does it insulate it, they're prone to burning. One of the corners will just kind of torch out, and then you get an exhaust leak somewhere around one of the corners. So they're just, the copper gaskets are just such a better option. It's just the way to go. And I'm not sure about the big block Chevys. I'm not as familiar with Chevys as I am the Fords. I know the big block Ford engine in my old Tioga, I know from the factory it had metal gaskets. They weren't copper, but they were metal, so you still had metal to metal to metal. You still had the heat transfer. It's just copper's is a better, it transfers heat really well. So yeah, but them fiber ones are, that's a joke. I don't know why they, and this looks right. Yeah, the driver's side, the thing comes, I think the exhaust comes straight down, and that one did. And the passenger side is more angled back because I think because the starter motor is back in there and it kind of shoots away. Now that's funny. This one didn't come with the plugs. They're probably in that package wherever I sat it at. Nice. All right. All right. They don't appear defective or anything. They're all there. Anyway, it is stinking windy out there. It is Thanksgiving, and it's mid-morning. I think it's getting to be about 9 o'clock-ish. I have the duty of making dinner rolls, and I got the Cool Whip, not Cool Whip, the Ready Whip topping, you know, the real dairy, not the fake dairy, for the pies. So I was tasked with just grabbing them couple items up, and everybody else is doing the other work. So I only have that to worry about a little bit later. But I gotta get busy. I gotta get this edited and start the upload. Hopefully you're probably, oh, the timing's gonna be kind of bad. Probably somewhere around the time of this video, by the time it gets all uploaded and processed and released, probably just in time that everybody's going into a food coma. Everybody's gonna be watching videos. Everybody's gonna be busy taking a nap or something. Anyway, we're gonna get on with our day. That's it. Check that. Yeah, check the thing out. These batteries are, I mean, limited time. I've never seen them that cheap. If you thought about getting them, consider it. Black Friday sale will be a good time. That's all I got. I'll see you next time.